Hi everybody, it's Joey and I'm here to do a episode review. Okay. Okay, so this is the new Real House of New Jersey episode 5 review called Turkish Delights. Let's get started. So, Jackie, in the very beginning, Jackie's with her husband and she's folding laundry or whatever. They got back from the trip, obviously. She's back, they're all back in New Jersey. And, she tells her husband, she's like, Teresa thinks that Melissa can control Joe or her husband or whatever. Do you think I can control you? She asks the husband. Her husband's like, no, you can't control me. Like, what does that even mean? Then Jackie says, yeah, well, people are afraid of Teresa. I'm not fucking afraid of her. So, she better watch her step. Okay. See, when I first saw Jackie, I did not expect any of this. I don't know why. When I saw Jen, I'm like, Jen's a badass bitch. When I saw Jackie, I'm like, oh, Jackie's gonna... Because even Danielle was saying things like, maybe she didn't know at the time, but she was saying things to Wendy Williams on the show when she did the interview. She was like, yeah, I think Jackie, she doesn't fit in. I don't think she's gonna last very long. I have to disagree with Danielle. I think Jackie's really showing herself. I mean, so far, she's a big part of the season, and I think that she's fitting in quite well. I like both of the new people equally. They're both very different, but I like both of them the same. Like, I love the both of them. Like, I think they're great. Anyways, so the next scene, Danielle goes to Marge's house, and we're told that when they were away in Oklahoma, Danielle checked up on Marge's mother, because Marge's mother had surgery, plastic surgery, and Danielle checked up on her, made sure she was alright, which I thought was really, really nice, especially because she's having problems with Marge. I thought it was nice that she was checking up on Marge's mother. But Danielle comes over, and she sits and talks with Marge, and Marge goes, thank you for coming and seeing my mother and checking up on her. And Danielle goes, oh, why should your mother have to suffer when you're the one being a bitch? Just basically my reaction, that's what I was when I was looking at the TV screen. Okay, so Danielle says, listen, I was left out, I was hurt, I felt hurt, that's why I reacted in that way, Danielle really didn't apologize for what she said, though, which I thought was weird. I think she should have gave Marge an apology for what she said about the marriage thing. That was a very big low blow. And Marge asks, listen, can we move past this? And Danielle goes, yes. She goes like this. She literally goes like this. Yeah. I guess we can. Move past it. And Marge is like, she's like in her confessional going, I don't know if I'm not too sure if I believe this. And yeah, Danielle really didn't sound too convincing when she said that. I mean, to be completely frank with you, they obviously don't move past it because we've seen the trailer, but also, like, she's so mad at this. Like, I don't understand why she's so mad at it. Like, I would look at it in this point of view. If they were not filming a show, Marge would not be forced to film with Dolores. Let's keep it real here. But they're on a show. Danielle has to realize that, yeah, Danielle shouldn't be a friend of a housewife, but she's the friend of the housewife. So she's not main. So she's not going to be involved in everything. You get what I'm saying? So Marge and Dolores will because they're main. So she has to understand that. They basically hang out by default. Basically. And Danielle has to understand that a little bit. Like, they have to hang around each other. Like, Danielle's going to have to hang around Dolores too eventually. I don't know. But Danielle thinks that Marge is becoming Dolores' new best friend. They're not. In fact, I don't think they had one conversation on the Oklahoma trip. I don't think they spoke 2 words to each other, to be honest with you. And I don't think Dolores spoke 2 words to anyone but Teresa because she was all the way in the RV or the camper. So it's not like they went on this, like, extravagant, like, I don't know, this rendezvous honeymoon together. Like I don't know what Danielle's picturing in her head. Like, they went skipping down the tulips and go skipping down to Oz to find the fucking heart and the courage and the fucking bravery. I don't know what Danielle thinks, but they're not really all that close. And it doesn't even look like on camera that they look that close. Like, they're that friendly. So, I don't know why Danielle thinks they're becoming best friends, but it's not the case. Anyway, so that scene ends. So we're expecting to think that they're moving past it, but we all know that it's probably not going to happen. So the next scene, Joe comes over to have a drink with his father because the dad just got eye surgery. I love the father. He's so cute. I really like the father. I don't know. I just think he's so adorable. I like him a lot. But he comes over because he was at work and I think he was on his lunch break or something. So he came over to have a drink and see how he was doing. And then I don't know if this was the editing or if this really what happened, but he was there for literally 10 seconds. He was there for literally 10 seconds. And he goes, yeah, I have to go back to work. And Teresa goes, are you serious? You're going back to work? And Joe's like, yeah, I have to go back to work. Is that okay with you? Do I have to ask for permission? So then Teresa goes, okay, well, let me bring Daddy into the living room. Let him rest because he just got eye surgery. So she came back out. And then Joe goes, let's go into the garage because I need to talk to you about something. So obviously we know what's going on here. So they go into the garage and Joe goes, why were you bringing me up in Oklahoma? Why am I the topic of conversation? Teresa goes, yeah, of course. Melissa went back to you and said all this bullshit to you and now like you're upset about it. Joe's like, no, you shouldn't be saying things like that. Why did you bring up that I went on vacation a year, the weekend of the year anniversary of the mother's death? Teresa goes, I did not bring that up. Dolores did. And that is true. Dolores did bring it up. I mean, she did. Teresa didn't bring it up at the table. But she did bring it up to Dolores, I think, privately, obviously, because how would Dolores know? But yeah, Dolores did bring it up. And I think she even brought it up in the RV, too. Yeah, so Dolores was actually seemed more hurt by that than Teresa did. So yeah, Dolores was the one who kept bringing that up. But then Joe goes, yeah, tell Dolores to go fuck herself. And then, I don't know, they just start, like... So Teresa says in her confession, she goes, yeah, Joe does his bare minimum, and now he looks like the golden boy, and I'm stuck here doing all the work. I get what Teresa's saying. This is the thing. Teresa's husband's in jail. So she's stuck having to work. She's stuck having to take... She doesn't have a maid or anything, so she's stuck having to take care of the kids, clean, cook, and take care of the father. I get where Teresa's coming from with this. What I think what Teresa is trying to say is, I want you to spend more time with the father, but I really want you to spend more time helping me out. I need help. I think that's what she should come to Joe about. That's the main issue here. Not that you're not seeing the father, you don't care about the father. The fact that you're not helping me, and I don't have a husband or anyone to help me right now do it. Like, I need a man in the house or something. Dad's not feeling well. I need help. And I think that's what she needs to say here. I think that's Teresa's main issue here. Because Joe does see the father. It's not like he completely deads him. You know what I mean? We do see him hanging out with the father. I think Teresa's main issue here is, I need you to help me out more around the house. Just like to come over and help me out more, basically, is what she's saying. You're my brother. I need help. I need a man around the house. Just some extra help, whatever. So Joe says in his confessional, he goes, Teresa respects our father for everything he's done, working and everything. Why can't she respect me for how hard I'm working? Which I understand where Joe's coming from with that, too. So anyways, Joe just blows up on Teresa, and which is what Teresa didn't want. I mean, this is the thing. Teresa knows her brother more than anybody. I know Melissa knows Joe too, but this is the thing. Teresa doesn't know how to get her point across correctly. What Teresa should say to Melissa is, you need to go back to Joe, and if you're going to tell him this, you need to tell him in a way that he's not going to get upset. And if he does get upset, I want you to calm him down and be like, you know what I mean? It's not a big deal. You just relax. If you go into your sister, talk to her quietly. Melissa's not doing that. I think that's what Teresa wants Melissa to do, but Melissa's not doing that. But Teresa is taking it above and beyond, and she's like, no, you have to control your husband. You have to control your husband. I think Teresa is trying to say, you need to talk to your husband and try to calm him down, but she's using the word control, which that's totally different. You can't control anybody. You can try to calm him down, but you can't control anybody. So Teresa needs to find different words, but with this whole conversation, because she's not sounding intelligent at all. Because you can't control anybody. So Joe does blow up and tells Teresa, go suck it or something. And then he leaves. He like slams the fucking, what does he do? Slams like the punching bag or whatever. And then Teresa kicks the punching bag. I thought that was funny. She's like, she kicks the punching bag. She goes, you fucking asshole. I was like, yes, Teresa, get your aggression out, girl. So anyways, the next scene Um, okay, so then Joe goes home and tells Melissa what happened, and Melissa feels that Teresa told her to tell him what happened, and now she's upset with her. Now she's put in the middle again. Whatever. At the end of the day, Melissa's gonna go back and tell her husband things. It's her husband, and that's it. I mean, it's the truth. She's gonna have to go tell her husband things. We're gonna get back into it later on at the end of the episode, like what I feel about all that, anyways. But in later on the episode review. But anyways, the next scene, Jen invites everyone over to her house, the extravagant house. Everyone comes in and thinks they're at the Taj Mahal. It is a gorgeous house. Marge comes in and goes, I feel like I'm checking into the Hilton Hotel here. If there's free breakfast, I'm so booking a room. That was fucking hilarious, Marge. Marge has been cracking me up. Well, not that she wasn't cracking me up last season, but this season she's been cracking me up even more. So then she just shows everyone the house, and then she just says, listen, when my daughters get engaged and proposed to, ask for marriage, I want the guys to propose to her in the middle of this living room. I mean, I get it's a gorgeous house, but, you know, let the man propose to the daughters wherever they want to. I mean, they don't have to do it in the center of the fucking living room while you're watching her. Anyways, so she shows them the movie theater. She shows them everything. So the kids are over too. So the kids are having their own party in the basement. They're in this basketball court. Jen has this basketball court. It looks like literally a goddamn school fair. They're in the basketball court. They're having cotton candy. There's a big blow-up thing. There's a big blow-up fun house. There's all this thing. It's literally looking like it looks better than a school fair, to be honest with you. I mean, that shit looked fun. I wish I had friends, parents that act like that and had houses like that and had a fucking party like that. Are you kidding me? So anyways, they're in the basement having fun, the kids. All the kids are over. All their kids. And then the women go, the six of them, Danielle's not there. The six of them go to the dining room and they, you know, talk about stuff. So this is when we get into the whole drama thing here. So Dolores asked Melissa if Joe was mad at her. Because Teresa tells Dolores in another scene, she goes, yeah, Joe told me to tell you to go fuck yourself or something. So Dolores thinks, oh, is Joe mad at me? And Melissa goes, you know, I don't know. Teresa was there during the conversation. I wasn't there. So I don't really know what happened. And Teresa goes, yeah, well, he blew up. He blew up, and that's not what I wanted to happen. I wanted you to not make him blow up, or whatever she was saying. Melissa says, I have no control over that. Teresa asks, well, what did you say to him? And she says, I told him that Teresa is mad, and that she wants nothing to do with it. Melissa, you're lying here. Melissa, you're lying clear as day. We see in the clip that Melissa did not go to her husband and goes, oh, Teresa's mad and I don't want to be in the middle. That's not what she said. What she said was, and she actually had it on I don't know if she had him on FaceTime, but she was like, yeah, Teresa basically said, you don't care about your father and you didn't care about your mother. Basically is what Melissa told him over the phone. So Melissa, you're lying, sweetie. You're lying. I don't know if you're afraid in the moment and you're afraid to tell the truth, but you're lying. You are lying. That's not what you said. So Teresa has a point here. And this is what I keep saying, but Teresa is saying it in the wrong way. She keeps saying you need to control your husband. What she should be telling you is not to go back to your husband and basically telling him things to get him upset. But this is the thing, Teresa. You're saying these things on camera. So he's going to eventually see it anyways, and he's going to get upset. So it's like, might as well tell him now than later on. So it doesn't matter when he knows, he's going to find out regardless. So it's like, Teresa, it's like, if you don't want him to get upset, then just don't say anything. Or just don't say it. On camera, even. If you want to have a problem with him, say it off camera. So Teresa thinks Melissa got him all amped up. Dolores says if you're only telling him, just a situation, why did he get so upset? Melissa's like, she doesn't understand why Dolores is getting involved. Melissa thinks that Teresa would freak out if Teresa was accused of not caring about her dad or her parents, which Melissa has a point, that is true. Dolores says to Melissa, you should have went to him and said, listen, I want you to also understand Teresa's point of view here. Melissa goes, yeah, I did do that. No, you didn't. Let's just keep it real here. Melissa, you don't have to go to Joe and be like, listen, you have to understand Teresa's side as well. You don't have to do that, but you don't have to lie either, because you're lying right now. That's not what you did. So So then Jackie gets upset because Jackie gets involved because Dolores is getting involved. Which I think Jackie would have gotten involved anyways, because Jackie is very, 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 just, I don't know if she's so passionate about this topic that, you know, you can't control your husband. Because in this case, she did ask her husband, can I control you? He said no. So obviously she has no control over her husband, which I understand. You know, no one has control over anybody here. But I think what everyone else is trying to say, because even Jen goes, well, you know, the men are the head of the household, but the women are the neck. And we can turn that head wherever we want. That's not true either. But Melissa even had a point. She goes, well, I think we all have different marriages. In certain cases, yes, the wives do wear the pants in the relationship. But in certain cases, the men do. And in Melissa's case, Joe does wear the pants in the relationship because Melissa is very monotone. Joe is more outspoken. So Joe does wear the pants in the relationship. I mean, it's the truth. Now, in Teresa's case, Teresa may wear the pants in her relationship with Joe. Because it kind of seems like Joe's more monotone and Teresa's more outspoken. Because so in that marriage, that's probably the case. In Dolores' marriage, I don't know. We never saw it, really. Jackie's marriage, we're just getting to know it. Doesn't look like either one of them has control. I mean, it just looks like they're both monotone, to be honest with you. It doesn't look like either one of them would really wear the pants. I mean, it looks like they're both, I guess, sharing the pants, which is cool. And then Jen, she definitely wears the pants in that bitch. She's like, I have control over this whole queendom. This is my castle. I'm like, yes, okay, Jen, you go. So everyone has different marriages. Okay, everyone has different situations. So I totally respect Melissa for saying that because it's the truth. But Teresa keeps thinking that Melissa got him amped up, which she did. Melissa, you did get him amped up. You did go back and tell him things which were the truth. But you didn't have to word it exactly what Teresa said because you knew that would get to Joe. Okay, so Jackie says Melissa has no control of the emotions. Jackie does not agree with Teresa at all, and she says it at the table. Teresa goes, listen, I'm talking to my sister-in-law, stay out of it. Jackie goes, well, you're bringing it in the like, you're basically talking about it in a public forum right now, which Jackie is right, you're talking about it in a public forum. Should Jackie have gotten involved so intense like that? No, because, well, Dolores knows about the family dynamic more. Dolores shouldn't be getting involved, but I understand her getting involved a little bit more. Jackie doesn't know anyone from a can of paint, so she's getting involved out of the clear blue sky here. Which, whatever. I mean, Jackie wants to stick up for Melissa. I mean, that is a cool thing to do, though. If you see two people tag teaming, which they were doing, they were tag teaming Melissa. Jackie wanted to have Melissa's back. Which I also think is cool, because that means that, you know, I mean, I would want my friend to have my back, too. Okay, so, yeah. So, basically, when Jen says, oh, you know, the men are the head, but we're the neck. Jackie goes, that's not realistic. Jen goes, well, maybe not in your household. I was like, ooh. Ooh, that was shade. That was some serious shade. That was some fucking, like, that was some shade. That's all I gotta say. So then, yeah, Jackie says, listen, you can talk to your husband any way you fucking want to. I can't fucking believe that they're talking to you like this, Melissa. If I was you, Melissa, I would get up and fucking storm away from the table. And I didn't know this, but they're having this conversation with all their children right there. I mean, it's a big castle. It's a big house, so they probably didn't hear anything anyways. But they're, like, still, like, in the house. I didn't know this. I thought they were two different scenes. I thought, like, one day they had the kids over, and then the other day they had this conversation. So I didn't know it was the same exact day, and wow, like, all your children's downstairs and you all acting like this? Oh, my God. So, Jackie goes, hey, so do you really think Melissa has control of her husband? Teresa goes, yes. And Jackie goes, you know, with all due respect, Teresa, but do you think that your husband would be in jail right now if you can control what he did? Everyone's fucking faces. Dolores was like, oh, fucking shit. Everyone's faces were as if you can hear a pin drop in that huge ass fucking house of Jen's. You can hear a pin drop. Okay, this is how I feel about this. I think the situation is very different, Jackie. Okay? In Teresa's case, and we still don't know the whole situation, but in Teresa's case, and what Teresa keeps saying to us, is that Joe was taking care of the bills, and unbeknownst to me, my name was on it, until I was involved in it. But Teresa did not know that her husband was doing this fraud thing. To Teresa, we don't know the whole story, but this is what Teresa's saying. So that really has nothing to do with Teresa telling Melissa you should control your husband. Even though she shouldn't be saying that, as I keep saying a million times, no one can control anybody. But that has nothing to do with her husband going to jail. Because no one, again, could control that but her husband. You know what I mean? But I think she's trying to say, well, Teresa, you had no control of your husband for going to jail. That's why he is in jail. But Teresa, even if Teresa had control over it, I mean, the judge had that control. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just feel like Jackie's mixing situations up here. I just feel like Teresa's situation is way too extreme, whereas this situation is like, you know, so minuscule up to the situation that she's trying to compare it to, is what I'm trying to say. So Teresa, she was foaming at the mouth to the point where I thought she was gonna flip over Jen's fucking $1,000 dining room table. I'm like, oh shit. What happened to Teresa starts wrecking this girl's house after Jen's bragging about how gorgeous everything is, and Teresa literally flips this fucking table over with everything on it. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, oh my god. Jen would never forgive Teresa for that. Never, ever, 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 ever. So, luckily, and this is what I think, Melania comes in. Melania runs out of the clear blue sky. I don't know where the hell she came from, because they're in a totally different other. They're in a. I don't know where the hell they are. Like, this house is so big. I mean, we can only see just as much of it as they show on the camera. But Melania comes in. She says on Mother, "We have to go. We have to go now." Looking at her phone, we have to go. I'm like, what the I thought someone died. I'm like, Melania seems so serious. What I think happened was the producers probably told her, listen, you need to get involved. You need to tell your mom you guys need to leave, because shit's about to go down and Jen's gonna sue us. Because if something breaks in this house, Jen's suing the whole company here. She's suing Bravo. So that's why I think they made Melania run in and tell the mother, let's go, we gotta go, we gotta go. Or it could have been Melania was overhearing it, and then she's like, oh shit, I hear my mom getting upset. Let me run in and fucking stop the situation before it gets really crazy. Could have been either of the two. Anyways, then everyone leaves. Teresa leaves, and then Jen goes on the intercom and goes, children, report to the principal's office. Report to the principal's office. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, I can't. It's literally like a whole fucking high school. Like, she has intercom set up all around her house. So when she says on that speaker, everyone in the house fucking hears it. It's crazy. It's a crazy house. It's gorgeous, but it's literally like a machine. It's a little like Smart House from Disney Channel. It's literally like Smart House. It could literally like wipe your ass, that house. That house could literally wipe your ass and fucking do whatever it's got to do. That's literally a smart house. It's a robot. It's a fucking robot, that house. It's probably not even made of brick. It's made of fucking, like, machinery. Anyways, so that's the end of the episode. The next episode is Danielle's bachelorette party, I think. I think it's Danielle's bachelorette party. And, you know, they have that. And then Danielle and Marge fight again and argue again about something. So that's the next episode. This episode was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. Every episode's been so freaking good, honestly. It's just, every episode's been so good. There hasn't been one bad episode so far. I think every episode's been amazing. Yeah. If you guys watch, you need to watch the end of that episode. First of all, that episode was so good. Like, this whole season's been so good so far, but that ending of that episode really gave it to me. Like, Teresa was, like, literally, like, you should fucking control. Like, she was starting to scream at Jackie. Like, good thing Melania came in and fucking broke that shit up. But yeah, so that's it. That was the episode. I recommend you watching this season. New Jersey is so good. Like, it's my favorite reality show. I swear to God. It's my favorite reality show. Out of any channel, any reality show, it's my favorite. Honestly, nothing can be real in New Jersey. And the ratings are like the worst. I've been seeing the ratings. It's been really bad. I don't understand it. It's such a good season. It's such a good show. Like, I don't get why people are not watching it. Anyways, I love you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. And bye. Oh, forgot to tell you. Lipstick of the day is Christmas Cookie by Jeffree Star. Perfume of the day is Jimmy Choo by Jimmy Choo. Okay? Alright, bye.